Hello, Brett. Welcome back to New York Talk. This is the Scout Report, and it's time to look ahead to a return to New York Stadium and Wigan Athletic coming to town. We have Barry joining us today from the Progress with Unity podcast. How are you doing, Barry?
I'm very well, Matt. Thank you very much for asking me along.
Good to have you on again. Let's start with the manager. He obviously came in towards the end of last season. I remember when you got the point of Ryan Lowe, thinking, okay, somebody knows what they're doing until when you bring like Ryan Lowe to League One. What was the view from the fans, and how's it gone so far?
I think most fans were quite pleased. I was a little bit unsure. I didn't know. I know how we're going to Preston, and there was a lot of grumbles at Preston about him, but he tended to pull in a lot of draws there, and that's one thing we were suffering from last season. We had a lot of draws. I think it was 17, the most in the division. A lot of goalless draws as well. And he came in after the transfer window, so he was managing with what he had available to him. So I was a little bit unsure, but you're 100% behind the manager, aren't you? No matter what, when they first come in. So I thought at least I'll give him the summer and see how we get up until Christmas. Anyway, he's made some signings this summer, some very impressive signings, I feel. And the football's been a breath of fresh air, if I must be honest. Now, I was a big advocate of Sean Maloney, Roberto Martinez, keeping football, knocking about, play little triangles. But at times it was boring last season. This is totally opposite of that. It's on the front foot. And we were the lowest scorers in the division last season. We'll be one of the top scorers this division. We're just creating loads of chances every game. And to be honest, I'm loving it. I must say, I'm loving it. And I'm loving Ryan Lowe's openness. He wears his heart on his sleeve. And he's got this sort of philosophy, I feel, that we're going to score more goals than you are. So, do your worst. And that's the way it is. And I'm loving it. I really am.
Good, yeah. He's open, and what I've always liked about him. You can dislike what he says sometimes, but he, like I say, he's out on his sleeve kind of manager. I can kind of get that. Talk me through your summer business. I'll be honest, I've not seen many or much business you guys have done. Just let everybody know, because it seems to have worked so far 3 games in.
Yeah, we brought in 3 strikers because lacked a cutting edge up top. Derek Costello, who people might remember, was on loan at Northampton last season from January onwards. I think he scored 15 for them, or 11 or 15 goals anyway in a short space of time. We've actually paid Burnley 300 grand for him, got him on a 4-year deal. So I was quite excited about that. Brought Paul Mullen in on loan from Wrexham. He's a season-long loan. I was pleased we didn't sign him permanently, because there was talk of us buying him, because he was out last season with a really bad injury. I just didn't want us to waste any money. And also, I was quite surprised at his age as well. I thought he was well in his 30s. He's not. He's only 30. So there's a lot of life left in him yet. And I've been impressed with him, I must say. But he's played more of a supporting role coming off the bench. And then we've bought the beast from Portsmouth. The beast that is Christian Sadie. What an absolute gem he is. 23 years of age. We've got him on a 4-year deal. We've not paid much money for him. He's just, he's breathtaking. If you cast your mind back to Jason Roberts, that type of player, strong, energetic, always on the front foot, good on the floor. He's exactly that. He scored his first goal on Saturday for us, a fabulous header. So really pleased with that. Midfield, we brought in Ryan Trevitt, who was at Exeter last season. Brought him in on loan from Brentford. And Callum Wright from from Plymouth. I think he's from Tranmere. That's where I've got Birkenhead. That's where I've got that in my head. They're both on season-long loans, but they're both out of contract next summer. So I don't know if we brought him in with views to permanence. And we brought it... this guy, for me, is our gem in the transfer window, Fraser Murray. You might say, who? Exactly. That's exactly what we were saying. Fraser Murray, coming on a free transfer from Kilmarnock, out of contract, 25-year-old, wide attacking player, plays left or right, doesn't matter, plays both. He was Kilmarnock's player of the player last season, and so far we've found out why. He never stops. He's got 2 goals, 2 assists. He's involved. I think he's been involved in every goal we've scored, to be honest. Right. He's absolutely brilliant. And he's playing like a wing-back type role, because we play with 3 at the back. And we've got also one for you've got Joe Hungbo playing left wing back. Now you might find that a bit of a chuckle because I did. And I thought this will never going to work. But what a revelation he's been! I swear to God, an absolute revelation. He's been fantastic. So Joe Hungbo, you'll look forward to seeing him play against you, no doubt. Yeah, but getting back to Fraser Murray, he was man of the match on Saturday against Peterborough. Didn't score a goal, but he run the length of the pitch, beat about 4 players, and sent in a superb cross for Christian Sadie to bang it home with his head. And he took the corner. We never score from corners, but we've already scored twice from corners this season. So he's taken the corner that Jason Kerr got our second. And to be honest with you, we should have won 5-0, even though we'd very low percentage possession-wise. We brought in 2 defenders as well. Megan Fox, we signed from QPR, been around, he's been at Stoke City. He's 31 years of age now, but he's played about 300 games in the Championship. With no left-footed centre-back, and we desperately needed one. So we brought him in. He made his debut on Saturday. Looked comfortable. I can't make your mind up off one game, but I think it's an astute signing, if I'm being honest. We brought a young lad in from Liverpool, Isaac Mabea, who looked absolutely sensational. He came on in our opening game at wing-back. I think he came on for Joe Hungbo, and he looked really good. He played... he came on again in our second game. He looked quite good there. And then in our third game, he started the match. And after 25 minutes, he's done his Achilles and it's looking like he's out for the season. So gutted for him. He's only 19 as well, you know, and it's a crying shame when that happens at that age. So, so that's where we're up to with our incomings.
Yeah, absolutely. And talk to me about pre-season expectations, because you're kind of a year ahead of where we were. We came down at a terrible season or average season. You did the same the year before. You're now a year later on. Where are I assume with Ryan Lowe coming in, you're pretty high expectations.
Well, to be honest with you, I was expectations and hopes are 2 different things. Yeah. I was hoping for a playoff place this season. My expectations were probably about 10th, 12th, 10th, mid-table, upper mid-table. But I've changed them slightly. The only caveat to all this is we went to Orient away and we were dreadful. Now, I've got this sort of fear in my mind that last season at home we were shocking, away we were quite good. I'm wondering if Lowe's changed that round, so at home we're very good and away we're still, away we're now shocking. So it's going to be interesting with 2 away games coming in the week. We've got Luton on Tuesday, and which you'll know the result of that by the time this goes out probably, and then yourselves on Saturday. So I think if we can pick 2 points up in those 2 games, I'd be more than happy, because it shows me that we've actually stopped that fear that I've got about us not being very good away from home. I even forgot what the question is now. What you asked me?
It's expectations for the year. So
So my expectations have slightly increased, I'll be honest with you, the way we've started. So if we can transfer some of that home form to away form, I think we'll definitely be tickling the backsides of the playoff clubs. Yeah, definitely. I'm not saying we're going to get in there, but we could, instead of my 12th to 10th, we could probably finish 8th to 7th. So who knows? Who knows?
Exactly. And talk about how you think Saturday's going to play out. How do you think it's going to go out, and what's the score prediction as well?
It's always tough coming to Millmoor. Sorry, I'm going back there, Anna. It's always tough coming to your place. I mean, throughout the years, we've had loads of good battles with Rotherham, entertaining games on the pitch. And I don't think this is going to be any different. The style we play at the moment, we don't concern ourselves with possession. We concern ourselves with creating chances. So I expect you to have a lot of possession, and with us hitting on the counter. That's how we've been playing. We've been playing it that way at home as well. And we have been creating a lot of chances, 20 attempts and 15 in the other game. So, and quite a few of those on target. So is it Dawson who's in goal for you? Yeah, I expect him to be busy if we get our forward play going. I know you're having a bit of trouble at the top end, and our defence seems to be mean. We've been mean last season. We were one of the best defensive records in the division, and this season we seem to be very similar. I think we've conceded 3 goals so far, but I think it's going to be very tight. And I'd go for, I'm looking at a draw for this game and possibly a 1-1 with us. I think every game we play in, there'll be goals. Whether it's us who scores them or not is a different matter. But I think we're going to see goals all season, which to me is fantastic, and it's something that I want to see. I want to be entertained. So yeah, I'm going for a 1 apiece on Saturday.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree. I'd take 46 3-3s over 46 0-0s, wouldn't you? So, so thank you very much, Barry. I will put links to your guys' podcast. If anyone wants to check that out, please do so. If you've enjoyed the show, please subscribe, give it a thumbs up as well. We will see everybody next time. Thank you all for watching, and as always, up the Millers.